Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Starfield. In the last video, we killed the Alpha Ashtar. As you can see, we're going to finish off that quest line today because it's still not over somehow. But first, Andresia has wanted to talk to me for quite a while now, so we're going to have a little chit-chat. She stops running away from me anyway.
I have been thinking about us as a couple?
Worrying start, isn't it?
I am not sure of the terminology. Our relationship, let us say.
I guess that sounds ominous exactly.
I am sorry. I do not mean to cause alarm.
Okay, good.
Overall, I am very happy. I promise you.
I don't like the overall
You
there
and
either.
We come from such different backgrounds. I cannot really know all that you have been through, and you are not House Baroon.
It's enough that we love it. It's I had a very similar conversation like this with my ex last year. And I was on this side and they were on the other side. Each brings something unique to the relationship. That's a good thing.
I am not suggesting otherwise.
Okay, good.
This does not work if I am not honest, if I will not speak plainly what is on my mind. As much as I love you, and I do, I cannot help but wonder what the future holds for us, given all that I know to be true.
Huh. It's actually, I don't know if this is what she's talking about, but the Unity and everything, if we go through the Unity, I don't think we can take her with us. Maybe we can. But it's a different concept if you're leaving somebody behind.
No, that is not my concern. I trust that you will stay with me. When the Great Serpent returns,
Oh.
I know I will be by his side as one of the promised. But you are not like me. You are not House Baroon. Your fate, as much as it pains me, is sealed. I have tried to not worry myself over it, but I cannot stop thinking about it. What future can we have if that is the inevitable end?
I think we decide our own fates.
And I do admire that about you. Frankly, sometimes I envy it. But I cannot share that belief. I have never expected you to share my beliefs. You cannot possibly. And I will not fault you for that. I do want to be with you, but there are moments I find myself grieving for you already, knowing that you will be lost. How can I possibly move past this?
The Great Serpent can have you for eternity. For now, you're mine.
Never one to pass up a chance at a joke, are you? I just hate to think of anything coming between us, whether now or in the future. But you are right. I need to focus on what is in front of me now. Not something I have no control over. Thank you for talking me through this. It only serves to remind me how much you mean to me. How deeply I care about you.
I think it's time we make the... Ah, can we get married?
Really? You continue to surprise and amaze me.
Wait, where's the ring?
I am at a loss for words.
Come on, Romeo. I was kind of hoping that yes would be in there somewhere.
Of course, yes. Yes, I want that too. My culture deals with this so differently than I have seen in the rest of the settled systems. I need some time to consider what would be an appropriate, equivalent gesture. But do not mistake that for hesitation. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I will not let you go for a moment.
So, Heavy opening to a video, yeah. Wow, okay, big moves. So we're getting married. Bit of a low-key engagement, it must be said. Not really how I would envision myself proposing to someone, but that's neither here nor there. I'm a bouncy boy. Bouncy girl, I suppose. Bouncy whatever the heck I want to be. She does raise a valid point. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I think her views are a bit wackadoodle. Obviously, I don't think a great serpent is going to appear and guide them all off to heaven or their equivalent and leave some of us behind to burn. But I'm looking past her wackadoodle beliefs, is the idea, and everything will be fine. It's a video game, so it's different. Could I personally date someone who believed I was going to burn in hell for all of eternity because I didn't share their beliefs? No, probably not. I think we'd be incompatible. I genuinely think I would not date someone who's strongly religious. And that's nothing against religion or anything like that. I just think we would be incompatible in some ways. I don't want to get married in a church or anything like that. You know, just things like that. If someone's like a little baby amount of religious, then maybe that's okay. The other thing they talked about though, so I mean, yeah, okay, one day the great serpent will swallow me up and I'll die. Whatever. Sounds like a Friday night. At the end of the day though, you go into most relationships. I'm sorry if you're like young and naive, but this is the fact. Most relationships you have will end badly. Or they'll end, at the very least, right? The chances of the first person you ever date being the person you date for the rest of your life are very staggeringly small. It must be sub 10%. It must be sub 5%. I'd be surprised if it's not in the ones or even less than ones, honestly, on average. If you're with your first girlfriend or boyfriend now, I do apologize. But that's just the way it is. It's not a guarantee, obviously, and it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. But most relationships end badly. Or they end at the very least. And even the ones that work out, even if you find your perfect partner and you spend your lives together, eventually, unless you have a suicide pact or a terrible accident, one of you is going to die before the other. There is loss coming. You know, love and life itself, loss is an inevitable part of it, and you can't have the good without that potential for loss, because if you don't have the potential for loss, it means you haven't loved anything or given yourself up to anything in that way. You know, if you don't love or care about anything, then you can't lose anything, but you've also not really lived your life. So we have to accept the loss, but that's no reason not to do things, Andresia. Okay? Whatever the heck you are. Anyways, that's really the point I was trying to get to there. Right, so, Keone.
The data shows the Ashta are more active.
He wants me to chat to her.
What happened?
About Big Ashta. Davis and I found a new kind of Ashta and killed it. Your data wasn't a mistake. There you go.
Really? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't trust it.
I'm gonna have a beverage.
You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake. That I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they?
Alright, yeah, I was gonna say, don't let it go to your head. No time to pat yourself on the back, you've got work to do.
Yes, you're right. I need to reevaluate all the existing data. Who knows what else we can get out of it? I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
Why would it be funny to give me a rifle? What's the joke? Is it because it's called Despondent? Have I come across as despondent? Oh, you can now build the mounted Ashta at your outposts. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Let's check this weapon out. It's probably terrible. You know what? 783 is not terrible. It's not good, don't get me wrong, we're not using it, but it's not utterly terrible. I mean, it's pretty bad. 5840. Yeah, it's an awkward. Like, it's faster than my sniper rifle, but slower than everything else. Plus 15% damage while aiming, though. But I mean, look at the damage hit. Like, what do I use this for? There's no world where I use this weapon, basically. But, you know, I've got It might be better than the AA99. It might be better than the AA99. It hits harder. It actually is. Well, I have to reload it more, and I've only got 560. Right, it does more DPS than the AA99. I can put another mod on it. It's got demoralizing, which is okay. It's got anti-personnel and hitman though, so that's 25% damage against humans if I use the scope. Fires at the same rate. Has 4 times the range, and it's lighter. The only problem is it has less ammo. But other than that, it's an upgrade in every single, well, and the smaller mag. Yeah, okay. So AA99, you are out, my friend. Why is this 10,000 more? It's got 7 mods on it, that's why. We can't put 7 mods on this. That's kind of has made me reconsider a little bit, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, Despondent Assassin. You nearly made it, buddy. You nearly made it.
Sidearm, I recommend Laredo's
I am not looking for a sidearm from you, buddy. Right, what are we going to do today? So we've done 3 missions recently, which is pretty sweet. I'm in the mood to maybe... I don't know. Should we just keep working down? Who's Sarah Philbin? Are they in Aquila?
There's rolling arms if you're not a fan of Laredo.
Right. So what was this? A guard said that Sarah Philbin was arguing with her brother. Sure, beer run. Let's go do beer run. We've got a bunch of missions in Aquila. Let's just keep doing them, basically. We might spend the second half of the video or the next video. I'm in the mood to go survey some planets, so we're gonna go get those missions from the Constellation. That's what they're called. I get the missions from Constellation and go do some planet surveying. Funny enough, there's an article on Kotaku today talking about how to survey a planet. It was basically pointless. It was just telling you exactly what the game tells you to do. But a lot of the responses were, yeah, just don't do it because it's pointless, like reward-wise, and a little boring and stuff like that. But Philbin, I really enjoy it in its own way. I don't know.
It must be very difficult for Aquila, with the native wildlife being what it is.
It's the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic reward. I do not deny that the extrinsic rewards for surveying a planet are rubbish. As in, the rewards that the game actively hands you, the credits and stuff like that, are terrible for surveying. The intrinsic rewards, they're good for me. They work for me, that exploration and seeing the new fauna and flora. Especially now that more importantly, now that we've maxed out zoology. Because it means I only have to scan 4 animals, which is going to make a hell of a difference.
Talk. I'm busy working on plans for our next expansion.
Talk to me, Philbin. Oh.
Just once.
He sounded like the kind that might have a mission. Alas, 'twas not to be. Maybe there's one downstairs. How many have we done, actually? Let me just check that quickly. General. Where's no. Exploration? No. Is it here? Must be here. How have I not found a single snow globe? I'm so confused by that. I really am. Where are these apparent snow globes? Oh, mission, obviously. We've done 112 side quests. Seems like quite a lot. I wonder how many there are. That is a lot, actually. 112. Yeah, I'm very curious to see how many there are in the game. That'll give me a good feeling for how much more we should be looking out for, you know? Wait, isn't this the house of the guy we just talked to?
Weston needs to get his brother focused on food production instead of wasting time brewing beer. If I ran things, we wouldn't have this problem. If you're here for Weston, he's underfoot somewhere, either here or at the factory. But please, if it's about that brewing nonsense, kindly leave. They don't need any more encouragement.
Strange way to say hello.
Oh, sorry. My nerves are frayed. So many people coming and going for the company. Weston, that's my husband. Well, he's never been what I'd call a dreamer or a visionary. He's a practical man, good with ledgers and numbers. His brother Henry's the creative one, but he seems to have lost interest in growing the company, and now all he wants to do is brew beer. Filburn agricultural systems could provide the whole of the settled systems with food, not just Aquila City. Seems those two are content to think small.
She's ambitious. Sounds like quite the predicament.
That's for sure. Well, you didn't come here to hear me natter on. Anything else?
I will help, somehow. There must be some way to resolve the impasse with Philip and blah blah blah.
Well, there is. The stakes are huge. With further R&D on IntelliWheat, the entire settled systems could benefit. Surely that's worth some less than savory solutions.
Depends what you're talking about.
That's reasonable. Henry's pet project is tied to market perception. His beer, annoyingly, is really good. But if we could make a bad batch, terrible, really, his margins are tight enough he might be forced to throw in the towel. What? Oh god, no. I just want it to taste bad. Like stale, or like it's whatever makes beer taste worse. The next big batch of beer is almost done brewing in our factory. You just need to find a way to break in without getting caught by the guard and tamper with it somehow. Then just wait a day or so and see how the batch goes over at the Stone Root Inn. Do that, and I'll pay you handsomely. That's the last I'll talk of this.
I don't want to do it, though. Can I not do it? I can't have the mission sitting there, but I don't want to do this. That sounds like a terrible idea. Like, I never, like, you see this all the time. Like, say there's a doctor, right, who has quit their career to become a chef. Weirdly, that's quite a common
Nobody's allowed outside
jump.
the city walls after nightfall.
Doctor to chef.
More and more people flock to the Freestar
Let me see if I
Collective.
can talk to Philbin about
Does
this.
that not just make it
No,
more like
okay.
the United Colonies?
Made that, you know.
I need to find a way out of this mission because I don't want to do this. You see all the time. Anytime someone's talented at something that benefits other people, anytime they stop to pursue something they themselves are passionate about, people get really annoyed. People get really irritated. I've seen it time and time and time again. Particularly with that connection, I say, if you watch like cooking programs, someone will be a doctor, they turn to a chef, and someone will be like, "Can't believe you'd give up saving lives to make an omelette," kind of thing. And it's like, well, this is what I'm passionate about. But and then people are like, well, yeah, what about the people who will die because you're not there? Blah 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 blah. You don't owe it to anyone to live your life in a less than satisfactory way just because the alternative. Oh, this is cool. Just because the alternative might like benefit other people. You got to live your life for yourself first. I don't think you being talented or a good doctor or whatever means you owe it to anyone.
Gone through with it.
I get tired of being ordered around. I want
As
to be
just as an idea, an ideal, I guess, it really annoys me. Got to live your life for yourself. If people die, they die. People die anyway. And for plenty of people, that'll be what drives them, helping people, yada yada. But if that's not it for you, then that's not it for you. You got to do what drives you. Oh, look at this.
Emily knows the best games. I hope she comes over today.
She's dead. She's dead. Anyways, it bugs me.
Hopefully they grow up so fast.
Don't they just? I could solve that for you if you wanted. Increase alcohol content. My theory is that's not gonna sabotage shit. That's gonna make people happier, if anything. So I'm hoping that's my way out of this. That I failed. What I will say is what I really like about this game. This was my big complaint about Fallout 4. If you watch you've heard me talk about it since then. In Fallout 4, it felt like every mission involved me going to a place and shooting a bunch of things, right? All the missions were murder-based, and for me, Bethesda games weren't really about that. Obviously you'd always have to kill things, but you'd spend a lot of time talking, and there'd be ways to bargain out of situations, or sneak around situations. There was always alternate ways of doing it. There were missions that didn't have anything to do with murdering anyone, and I felt like Fallout 4 lost a lot of that in a lot of ways. It just felt like you always had to kill something, basically. and it lost that RPG Bethesda kind of feeling for me. This game, it's really easy to spend a lot of time not murdering a single thing. Hell, if I didn't murder everything on every planet I go to, then, you know, we'd kill even less. Let's go see how this beer run has gone. I'm hoping this has gone well. Just a little bit more alcohol content. I suppose we don't know what the alcohol content went up to.
Any damage?
You know, if it's like 4 or 5% to about 20%, then maybe we're talking a whole different ball game. But if it's, you know, maybe a 7 or 8% beer, which you can perfectly get in a lot of shops and stuff like that, and we'll be good. We'll be Gucci. Bloody thing. You scared? There was a little shop. I grew up in Preston. Preston's rough as fuck. There's a little shop right near our university. Well, my halls, I guess. A tiny little thing, just absolutely minuscule little shop. Wait, why is everyone suddenly naked? What is going on? That's officially now the second person. It's not a one-off. You're different as well, I think. What on earth is happening? Anyways, but they sold like 8% cans of beer. These huge 8% cans for like £2 or something. God damn, that was an easy seat to get trashed in.
Need a moment to walk that off?
And some people hear that and be like, rah, 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 inevitably. I don't really drink much anymore, but it's university. I had a good time. People have a weird aversion to... No, people don't have a weird aversion to drinking. Like, I get why people rally against drinking. Sorry, I need to keep talking. Because there's a bit of a stigma at university level, in particular. At least that's where I mainly saw it. And, you know, when growing up as well, if you don't drink, I think you get stigmatized a little bit. People react weirdly to it because it's such a... Especially here in Britain, it's such a humongously normalized part of the culture that, especially at university, what you do is you go out and get drunk 3-4 nights a week, you know. That's what we did, and it's just so normal that people who didn't want to do that, which is perfectly legitimate. If you don't want to drink, you absolutely shouldn't have to drink, or you shouldn't feel pressure to do so. But I think a lot of people do because of that stigma. The other flip side of that is then a lot of people in general get really judgmental about it and blah 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 blah. I don't know. Just let everyone live their lives how they bloody want to. Leave the other, as long as you're not hurting anyone should be able to do what they want, alright? Within some amount of reason. I don't know what that reason level is, but there's a level of reason in there.
We need to be...
Or anything that perpetuates a cycle of hers.
Work hard, play hard. That should be the Freestar motto.
What's going on?
So, Henry's new batch. How'd it go over?
I hope she's hammered.
Well, Henry delivered a surprise.
Huh.
Sam downed 1 beer and he was 4 sheets to the wind. And Gladys wanted a whole crate to take home. The lush.
So it's good then?
I took a sip and it is... potent. Like, really potent. Good, though.
Let's put it on the board then. I'll see if we can get more.
Success!
I'll ask Henry what the alcohol content is, though. The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture. You do yourself a disservice if you don't stay here at least once.
We got a lot of...
It's funny, they're saying that I failed the mission. You know, it popped up red. I've never seen that before, where it pops up red like that. No, we're... Yeah, I mean... I don't care. I'm really glad we could do that. I don't get a reward, but it's what I wanted to do. I just don't think you can take away someone's passion for your own. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't like what she was implying or trying to get to. If he wants to spend his days brewing beer, especially if he's good at it, but even if he's terrible at it, you know, if that's what he wants to do, let him bloody do it. It's not your job to police what he wants to do with his life. God damn! Alright, art dealer. I think this was here as well, wasn't it? Looking promising. Oh, no, that's my ship. Okay. Although, is that my ship? It's near my ship. I think it is my ship. New Atlantis. Euphorica. Trident Luxury. Okay, I'm gonna go get this gang leader. Get that one out the way. I think the others are off for Keeler now. There's probably more to do with a Keeler, wouldn't surprise me. I'm not going to do these gang leader ones anymore, I don't think. Abandoned research tower. Let's go. Done enough of these. All the buildings are relatively the same. We might get a little bit of gear though. And yeah.
We're locked in and landed.
Oh, that's dramatic. My ship's a little too big to make it look as good as it could. Eh?
Hello.
Okay, okay. This is interesting. Look at that. Right, that's my thumbnail, just in case. You've got to take the bloody opportunity. Too often I've been denied. Sure, I'll do. Hey, Vask. There's my wifey. There's my wifey.
Some sort of science facility. A rather unique design.
It is.
I wonder if
Whoa,
it's
whoa, 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 whoa!
particular purpose.
I really just got to remember that I can actually... Ooh, interesting. Right, I am being much more judgmental with what I pick up because I do not need credits. So, let's do this logically. And that to me, that alone, I don't know what it is, that just looks awesome. You know, it's hard to explain why, but it's just my vibe. It just works for me. You on, love? Come on, Andresia. Get a bit of that. Yep. Apparently. Andresia. Not totally sure what just happened, but she'll be okay. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. She'll be okay. She'll be fine. Oh, it's Varun. That's why she got out of here. She didn't want to fight the Varun. There's one there.
Something's amiss.
Oh.
Hopefully the low temperatures do not interfere with our electronics.
Quite high level, these lot. Come on, you.
Curse you.
It is strange how she's happy to fight the Varun. She doesn't react to fighting the Varun. You know? Bloody hell. Invasion. She'll be fine. she'll be fine.
Take your best shot.
Yeah, see, she's okay. So I might. Okay, I'm gonna pick up guns and limited edition and ammo, obviously. But generally speaking, I think that's going to be about it. And obviously then, if we see something blue or... If we see something advanced or superior or blue or yellow or purple, we'll pick those up as well. But I'm going to not pick up spacesuits. That's my first consideration to picking up less stuff in general. But we still need to have a look around just in case. Oh, there goes the alarm.
Are you just die?
It's actually a lot of sniper kills we need for this, so. Bear with me. Oh, bloody hell. Was that? What was that? I don't know what that was.
One less target. Once again, we are triumphant.
It's not always the best time to use a scope as you're seeing. Oh, be quiet, alarm. There's a time and a place. Dramatic ass music though. Sample Vault. Oh. Wasn't really the intention. Boing. Oh, can't do anything about that. Oh, hello. This is very really dramatic, just because of the alarm and the music proper kicking off. There we go, finally, bloody enemy.
You cannot beat me. Cowards. Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
I think the idea is, from Andrea's perspective, these are just zealots, you know, like the people who attacked her, so and no one that she would particularly be bothered by. It'd be nice if she had a reaction, though, I think. I'm gonna go out. Very hard to find. Have you been killing people without me, Andrea? Save it just in case. I am actively looking for you, love. Like. Bit of a tank, aren't they? It's just such a level. Sorry, what level are they? 84? Jeez Louise. Advanced helmet could be good. This is really the reason we do these missions, because you get good loot, or you at least have the chance of good loot. I was hoping for like a big fancy chest somewhere as well. I'm not seeing the big fancy chest. No, I'm not making that joke. Never mind. Right. Okay. Let me see if I can find this other lot. I get the feeling Andrea's just roaming around murdering everyone without me ever noticing. There we are. It's advanced. You trying to punch me? Numpty. $60 hours later. No, like 100 hours later, and they're still using rescue axes, for God's sakes.
Let us hope whatever experiments were going on here are not running loose.
Treasure, don't say things like that. Alright, I think we're done. Yeah. Alright, let's get out of here. What are we gonna do next? Art dealer. To Jemison. Nice and easy. Have a little look at this loot. See if any of it's any good. Flog the rest. Seems like a plan. Oh, I'm pained today, folks. Obviously, I mentioned in yesterday's video that it just worked out finally again, and then today, inevitably, when you don't work out for a little while, the next day is just the worst day. Like, everything hurts. It's pretty incredible. But it will. I just need to stick to it. It'll get better. Keep having a
I don't think
barrage.
these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know.
Me neither, love. Me neither. Right, let's take a little peek at this gear. I didn't do a level up today, I just realised. Syndicate Enforcer is the same as my current... Oh, that's what I'm already using, Cope Dope. Organised by DPS. I mean, the Maxia, Assassin... Okay, so we didn't pick anything up in terms of weapons. What about spacesuits? It is advanced, but the DR is still 200 less. This thing's insane. The stats on this thing are insane, considering it's not even... This is tier 2 out of 5. Well, this is tier 3 out of 5 or 2 out of 4, whichever way you want to look at it. But it is great. I don't know if I'll ever replace this, honestly. Didn't get a pack. Did see a helmet. Okay, that one... I mean, that one's gone, obviously, but that one's not far off. 2 max auto attempts can be banked while hacking. Interesting. It's probably not worth losing everything, but... I do like that I can see my face, but no. Nearly, though. Not a million miles away from being viable. Sergeant Yumi is not looking for me, for the love of God. We've been over this.
What you want, feel free. Hope you're finding
Like,
everything.
Sergeant Yumi gave me a mission already. Like, I've had it for yonks, I just haven't done it yet. I wish I could organise this by not favorited. That would make me feel... Oh yeah, this. I was curious about this. Inflictor. Because look at the text. It's super weird. That's why I was curious. Don't like mines. Survey data. Alright. Good, I think. Let me just buy some more Digipix. And if we need resources wise, adhesive. I have no adhesive. Weird. And I could do more no, I've got polymer. Polymer adhesive. I guess it was adhesive that I needed. I remember trying to build something I couldn't. It must have been adhesive that's let me down.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
You're welcome. Alright. Sorted. Oh, right, yeah. So what I was going to say. Actually, let me just check this now. You can give new clothes to your companions. Alright. Do I have anything I'd want on? And so, I mean, in theory, I could give Sarah's stuff to Andreja, and she might wear it. It's a bit weird, though, isn't it? Apparel, anything good looking? Oh, that's pretty. She's got like Varoon stuff on, and I think it's important for her to move on in a way. You know what I mean? I think what she might rock that. I'm thinking the jumpsuit. She might look alright in that. I'm gonna buy it. I'm just playing dress up now.
Appreciate the business.
We're playing
if it belongs on your... Thanks for coming in.
We're playing a very different game, Andreja. Because I mean, I don't love this.
Take credit for your thoughts, if I can take a.
All right, no need for that. Big old flirt. Apparel. Oh, misclicked.
It is always a pleasure.
Oh no, that's terrible. That's horrendous. That doesn't work at all. Okay, Andreja, I'm sorry. I will find you. Wear that for now. I'm gonna find you something else, okay? Because that is dreadful. It looks better outside, but no, it's too. She needs something. I mean, she's a stylish woman. I don't like what she was wearing. I kind of gone off it, and it's good to mix it up. But she needs something better than this. This is. Oh boy, that's unacceptable. Wait. Let me try the leather jacket. Let me try. This is important stuff, okay? I'm gonna try the leather jacket out. Not like I need the credits or anything.
If it belongs on your ship. Oh, please.
I guess I could buy the house in Neon, but I never go to the houses, you know. Maybe she. I'm gonna grab a few different things, and we'll see what we can make work.
Appreciate the business. Hope you're finding the calls are coming in.
Please stop talking. Oh God, Andrea, that is not working on you, love. I'm sorry. I didn't want to try to change you. I mean, I did a little bit, but oh God. I hate her so much every time I see her.
Hello, I have never been one to shy.
Again, she's flirting so hard. It's crazy. Okay. So I'm going to give her that. And that. I don't think that one's going to work, but let's try that one first.
Until our next talk.
Nope, terrible, dreadful,
Yes,
awful.
A good team. I am here if you need me.
Okay, that's better. But it's not really working for me. I need you to run, Andrea. Andrea, move! It's a fashion show! Pretend it's the catwalk. I'm gonna go to Neon and try to get you something there. I think that's gonna be more appropriate. I tell you what, do we have a mission on Neon? We'll do that. Euphorica. Yep, cool. Let's go do this instead. We're gonna find us something in Neon. I think it has to be dark, and I think it has to be skin type. And that's not me trying to objectify Andrea. I want her to wear something
smuggler
she would want to wear, you know?
Had a perverse affection for this place. I do not understand it.
Can you stop slacking off my hometown, or I will leave you in what you're wearing, Andrea. Seacart, hook me up here, buddy.
Hello there.
Hello there. I love him. Okay, what have we got? Rubbish. No, nothing corpo. No. 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 Maybe. I don't hate that. I do hate that. No. Immensely tempting. Oh, also tempting. What's going on with the lag here? Jesus. Okay. Andrea.
Ah, a face I did.
Got some new clothes for you. It'd be nice if I could just try these out without having to hop back and forth. So that one, that one, that one. It's probably a bit much, that one.
Thank you for.
Okay, that works. That one's fine. That one's definitely okay. Don't mind that. It's not too dissimilar to what she was wearing, but it's nice to mix things up. This one and this one were kind of just stab in the dark.
May the serpent guard you.
She kind of suits that, but not if we're in combat. You know, I think if we were doing a certain mission, she'd kind of rock that. And this one was very much a stab in the dark, but we'll see. No, it's kind of hot.
To our next discussion.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think so. It's a bit bulky, isn't it?
You. I keep.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to stick you in this because it's form wear, which I think makes sense for you.
Take care of yourself.
I think she'd wear that. I'm just going to check the other shop to see if there's something else. Don't tell me I don't focus on the important things in this game. We have to look good together. I can see them as a couple. I think they'd work together. Alright, down here. On the left.
Ever run into spacers?
There is little question that region has something.
Fully stocked and sure.
Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to spend. Stop trying to sell me splashwear. It's too bulky in the trousers. Oh, Andrea, if you annoy me, that's what's going on, alright? No, nothing here.
Watch your back out there.
I think she's rocking what we've got on. Right, so let's do this mission next, since we're here. Boing, boing. It's going to be one of those missions, those episodes where the thumbnail's bad, and the title's bad, and nobody watches it. So I can say what I want, really. Blah, blah, blah. No, I don't have. The problem is, I tell you lot everything anyway. Every goddamn thing. So, even if I feel like I've got the freedom to say what I want, nothing's going to change. I would tell you more if There's people unfortunately, there's too many people I know in my real life who occasionally watch my videos. Family, exes, friends. It limits me a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. I need a third channel that nobody knows about. I'll just grow it from 0 subscribers. Oh, this is where I killed everyone, isn't it?
Come in and let your cares melt away for a while.
Those chimeras really.
Gee, I thought I was really confused. I thought that was a treasure, and she'd swapped clothes.
Looks like you need to relax.
That was weird.
Plenty of space in the members' lounge today.
Oh, of course. So this is the dance, or the DJ at Madame Sauvage's. Her slate went missing.
I see. I'd be willing to divulge this information for the right price.
Borealis is an icon in the city. Do her this favor.
She is an icon among other things. Fine. I'll waive the usual fee. The man you want goes by the name of Stratos.
Stratos?
You'll find him at Madame Sauvage's. He's what you would call a fan of Miss Borealis's works. Or maybe fanatic is a more accurate term. Either way, he's the one you want. But you didn't hear it from me.
Who's the one that you want? Alright.
Enjoy your stay.
Let's go talk to Stratos.
knows how to make a drink.
I've never lived in a world where I could call myself Stratos and get away with it. And that's not just a future Starfield world kind of thing. There are people out there who could call themselves Stratos and get away with it. It's just not me, you know? I've never been that guy.
Yeah, I know this place stinks, but it's a living.
I think I'm too grounded in some ways for my own good. I don't let go easily. I'm always aware of myself. I have to. That's why I like. That's actually dialing that back to where we thought. That's why I drink on nights out, because I really struggle to relax and have a good time otherwise. And that's not to say that legitimizes it entirely, because at the end of the day, what you should probably do is just go to therapy and not and like work through those issues. But I really enjoy, you know, going out and dancing and flirting with random people and just having a really having a good night. Where the heck am I going? But I struggle to do that in clubs without, you know. Oh, I was going through that. Whoopsie daisy. Without at least a few drinks. I can't. Some of the clubs I used to go to, I imagine going there sober. It's an absolute hellscape. Warehouse was the main one we went to. In Preston, Warehouse is like this. How many floors is Warehouse? Now it's at 4 floors. It's 4 floors, and it used to be all rock music, and it got a little poppier over time, and now they've got like an R&B floor and a rock floor and a pop floor and a retro floor, that kind of thing. But the last try to go, I was like 25 or 26, and it's a university town. It's a university club. Well, it's not officially, but it's where the uni students go. So that's very dangerous. Oh, right. Actually, whilst we're here, there's something we can do about this. Hey. You've had a good night, haven't you? There's someone down here.
Maybe you'd like to try a velocity.
I can't remember what they're called, so that's not helpful. Sarah?
Did you try a velocity yet?
So
it'll change your life.
Grace?
Hello.
Love the vibe
Sophia?
in this city.
I don't know. There's a way. So you remember that this door upstairs is locked, right? And I can't get in. Apparently, we can make someone open the door for us.
You good?
It'll be who took us there in the first place? Who took us up to meet the gang members the first time? Why does she follow me around everywhere? Who was it the first time? I think they're gone, aren't they? The first person.
How many velocities did I have?
Yeah. But apparently you can point them to, you know, using manipulation. That social thing we've got, this thing. I don't know. Don't remember how to do it, but still. Hello!
This song's got me so zoned.
Stratos, your hair. Dear God, man.
Oh, yeah. I love her music so much.
Oh, she wasn't at Madame Sauvage's. She was at the club. I can't remember the name of. Me too.
You're a fan of Borealis too?
I think it's a good name, actually.
With that bird hard. She's a beast on the beats. And I love her. Got a track in me head right now. Boom! 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 Hear it? It's bloody mood, innit? I just need some more aurora so I can get me head bobbing with the wave. Find that zone.
That's a strange accent. Sounds like you're a big fan of Borealis.
Yeah, which is why it pains me to be here and not in the Astral Lounge. I can't stand being away from that place. And, but I can't listen to Borealis if I'm not zoning. That bird's song deserves the best eye Aurora can fly.
Borealis needs her slate back. I was told you have it.
Lady, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this. This slate brings me closer to her. As her biggest fan, I feel like I deserve to have it.
Have Aurora? I don't know. Do I have Aurora?
Well, if you bloody had
Yeah, there we go. I was confused then. These, what are they called? I was going to say polyamorous relationships. That's not the word. Pato. Why do I forget all words at the moment? It really is starting to concern me. I'm Googling this. It's going to bug the heck out of me. Term for one-sided relationship. I say it all the time. Parasocial. Parasocial. That's the term I was looking for. These parasocial relationships, because I deal with them occasionally, you know, in my line of work. Very, very, obviously not often. Definitely less nowadays than I used to as well. And they're always very difficult to navigate. My approach these days has been to ignore everyone, basically. And it seems to work pretty well.
Why would I part with the one thing that connects me to her?
As a superfan, you should do what's best for Borealis.
Yeah, I do want what's best for her.
Should have stuck my suit on. She'll resent you. Yeah, she'll be grateful.
Really? I didn't think she even knew who I was.
+3, baby. +4, baby.
If you'd like to take it up with Neon Security, be my guest. I'm keeping the slate. Me and Borealis, we got a connection. I'm not letting you mess with that.
Alright, I'll give you drugs. I'll give you drugs.
A good song, lady. This slate.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, next step is pickpocket him. Hopefully. So we're gonna save it. There's quite a lot of people in the area. I don't know how I'm gonna get away with pickpocketing.
Love your fit. It may not work for some, but you wear it like a champ.
I haven't seen that leech.
Okay. I think it must be that it's the person. I don't know. Maybe I can just get away with it. It's people watching don't care. Maybe it's just whether the person I pickpocket detects it. Either way, it freaking worked. So I'm not gonna complain. And that is why we put a single point into the pickpocketing skill. You see.
Yeah?
You bonk. Hotel Valley hates me. She'll never tell me her secret. I think it is just a trick to make me buy more hotel nights. Because I booked a bloody week and she still went, oh, well, if you're here a few more days, blah, blah. Maybe I need to sleep in the bed. Maybe I'll buy a week and then sleep for like 3 or 4 days in the bed and see if that forces something through. Maybe. Can you feel it? Party time. Oh, I miss you, Disco Elysium. Down here. If I remember correctly. Do indeed.
I feel like I know you.
Oh, yeah.
It is pleasing to speak. We will speak again soon, I hope.
Look good, Andresia. Suits you. I'd like it if it's a bit darker.
Hope you're enjoying the music
Some
at the
kind of
lounge.
weird pinching at the crotch, but it is what it is. Found your slate.
A fan? Really? Although, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They can get pretty possessive. Doesn't matter if it's my things or my time.
Sounds tough. I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
Yeah, it's not all bad. Love can be toxic, or it can be beautiful. Sometimes people just confuse the two.
Aww.
But sounds like it all worked out in the end. I've got my slate, which means the people will get their trip. Inspiration's like a wave. Sometimes it's hard to catch it before the brink. That's what this slate is. A still wave. A feeling frozen in time. And I appreciate you bringing it back to me.
You're welcome.
Sounds safe.
Okay, I need to Google this. I'm sorry. Borealis, Starfield, voice actor. I need to know where they're from. I can't. It's not telling me. Why is it not telling me? I need to know. I need to know. It's only got the major ones listed. Maybe they're under... Wait, no, maybe. Boreal. Oh? Okay, Dawn Anderson. Here we go. We've got a name. Dawn Anderson, voice actor. Is this them? Oh, it might be. Starfield. Yeah, okay. Bear with me, folks. This is big. It is. Okay, they are American with Korean and Scandinavian heritage. So I picked up on the Scandinavian, which I guess also came across as Irish. Wait, what's wrong with me? Why am I bleeding? Whatever. Okay, good job, Andreja. I don't know what I'm going to do next. We're going to end the video in a second, are we? Probably going to go get some levels, although I hate doing it so much. I think we might take a little break, do some Constellation mission planet scanning. I don't know, like part of me is like, well, I want to like extend the game out and enjoy it, blah, 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 blah. And the other part of me is like, well, do I have to? Do I need to? I don't want to ever be in a situation where I feel like I'm extending it past where it should be. Obviously, we've got a while to go yet. We're going to do we've not done the main quest, for example, and we've not done the Crimson Fleet. I'm very conscious of the fact that I put these weights and expectations on Bethesda games, so I want to make sure that I'm enjoying this right to the end and I'm playing it purely what I want to play. Like, we've got all these missions and activities. I'm not going to do all these activities. I'm going to say that right now. Like, we're not doing all these. There's just no chance. There's a couple that I do want to do. I do want to go to the London landmark, because I think that sounds quite cool, actually. I'd say that's the only... And maybe Vladimir's house. And probably the scientist by the tree, because we've had that since, I believe, the first bloody episode. There's a few I want to do. I want to do deep cover, obviously. I want to do keeping the peace. I don't think these would take that long. Maybe we'll go do an art. I don't know. Do I want to scan a planet? Maybe I'm not feeling that anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do. I will think about it. But until I think about it, I will go and grab myself a level. So I will see you lovely folks very soon. Thank you for joining me. Cheers much love as always. Bye-bye.